you've tried all the focus apps, you've tried the productivity hacks, hell, maybe you even digitally detoxed, but you still can't seem to focus. How do I know this? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's because I've been there, and I know it's less fun than a barefoot marathon over broken glass. Youch. You see, a year ago, I knew that the only way that I'd accomplish anything was to lock in, but for some reason, I just couldn't. And like you, I kept getting sucked back into the rabbit hole of distractions. But then I realized something, that it wasn't just my phone that was the issue. And sure, that was a huge part of the problem, but the bigger fish to fry was my habits. So here are the 10 tiny habits that completely my focus and unlocked neuroscientist level attention span every single day on demand. The good news is none of these habits require any willpower, so you can start the first one the moment this video ends, because I would be willing to bet money on the fact that 90% of people watching this video lose the day before it even starts. You see, the truth is, if the first thing that you do when you wake up is fry your brain with 450 short form videos per second, you might as well just never get out of bed again. Your attention span is already cooked, and now your brain is deep fried before the sun's even come up. And that sucks. So let's fix that. The first step is pretty obvious. Just don't go on your phone for the first hour or so of your morning. Just don't grab it. It's that easy. Your next habit is what I like to call servicing the machine. First, chug water, then go on a walk, and if you're feeling extra creative, just talk. There's no better start to your morning than some good ideas, so I like to go on a walk and use voice notes, or just talk to myself if I want to scare the neighbors. Also, according to science, walking leverages the default mode network, which is the parts of your brain that come up with novel and interesting ideas while it's in a state of autopilot, which, by the way, is something impossible to tap into if you're just staring at your phone all day. I found that starting your morning with these two habits specifically is like slingshotting your brain from 0 to 140 miles per hour in the best way possible. But now the question is, how do you maintain this focused energy throughout the day? Literally everything during your waking hours is at war for your attention. Your phone, emails, social media, your wife, errands, your boss slacking you. Oh, my wife's gonna love seeing this. If you fail to fight back, I can almost guarantee that you're gonna get first round TKO'd by the flying elbow of distraction.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
What you need is a system. You need to get into the habit of creating actual friction between yourself and your bad habits. And if there's one company that doesn't have your back, it's Apple. Their screen time feature is more useless than shoes on a snake. But what does work is Brick. Cool, my voice cracked. Brick. Brick is a physical device that bricks your ability to get into whatever distracting apps you want, or don't want. I mean, even right now, I've been bricked off of Instagram and TikTok for 8 days, 19 hours, and 2 minutes, and I don't know if I've actually been happier. The physical device also creates a layer of intentionality that I've yet to find anywhere else, and now I get bricked up every time I step into a work session. Kind of wish I didn't write that line. Euphemisms aside, there's nothing that makes you feel more human than the habit of writing things down by hand, whether that's in a journal or on some sort of to-do list. I'm a huge fan of Ugmonk's analog system, but any old pen and paper will do. Slow your day down, write some stuff down by hand, and watch your brain actually process what matters. I keep a journal right next to my desk at all times, and I just write things down when I feel like it. It's even better when I keep it open on my desk because it makes it that much easier to just keep that habit up. Next, you need to get in the habit of finding auditory experiences that make your eyes roll back, causes you to start levitating, and reach a fifth dimension of consciousness. I'm just kidding. You don't have to do all that, although it is fun. What I'm saying is you need to find a playlist of music that'll actually help you lock in. Recently, I've been listening to a lot of deep house music or even rain sounds to get me into an unbreakable zone of focus. And combine this with the use of a physical timer, yes, the ones that they make for children, and I'm off to the races. I generally work in short sprints, and when it's combined with the right music, it just works. By the way, focus becomes that much easier when nothing stands between you and your work. This is why I do my best to maintain the habit of keeping a squeaky clean digital environment during or after every work session. I do this by clearing out my downloads, emptying my trash, reaching inbox zero, or organizing my hard drive. Maybe you're starting to see the pattern here. Instead of relying on motivation alone, you're building a system where distraction is basically impossible and focus becomes the default choice. But if you were to stop here, you would just be lighting all the progress you've made on fire. Because tomorrow's focus doesn't start when you wake up, it actually starts the night before. You see, your evening routine actually determines how your tomorrow starts, and most people are sabotaging their mornings before they even go to bed. Here's what normally happens. You eat dinner while scrolling through Instagram or watching a YouTube video, and then you work until midnight just staring at blue light. And then you bring your phone into bed because you need it as an alarm, and then you scroll TikTok telling yourself just one more video for the 130th time. The next thing you know, it's 1 a.m., your sleep is destroyed, and you're back to being the depressed, anxious shell of a human being that you're trying to run away from. Sound familiar? Instead, get into the habit of undistracted meals. And I get it. There's nothing like absolutely pacifying your mind with a good meal and a side of unlimited dopamine. But the more you develop the habit of just focusing on one thing at a time, like nourishing your body, the more you'll actually look forward to it. And if you're like me and you work well into the evening, much to the chagrin of your loved ones, you should get into the habit of using color filters. I've set up a shortcut to turn on the red filter on my laptop and phone, which not only helps me wind down, but also helps me look like a Bond villain when I need to. And I need to often. When you're finally ready to rest your weary eyes, why did I write it like that? The last thing you want to do is take your phone into your bedroom. And I can already hear everyone in the comments saying, but I need my phone for an alarm clock. And to that I say, grow up and get a real alarm clock. If you can spend 4 to 6 hours a day staring at your screen, you can spend $12 on Amazon, I promise. It's too easy to let the world's most horrific news and also people breakdancing rock you to sleep every single night. So you should get into the habit of not even letting that be an option in the first place. I keep my phone on a MagSafe charger downstairs in my office and have invested in a physical alarm clock. This one's from Lofty and I love it. Now you might be asking, but Sean, how am I supposed to fall asleep if I can't scroll my entire life away? And this is gonna blow your mind, I promise. Get into the habit of reading physical books. See, those are some of the books I've read. They're real, they're physical, I can touch them. You can read literally anything. Fantasy, sci-fi, horror, romance, the Bible, I don't care. As long as it's paper with words on it, you're in the clear. This slower media primes your brain for sleep, which is important. That's the system. 10 habits. Win the morning, sustain it all day, protect it at night, and prep tomorrow. Do this on repeat and you'll find that focus becomes something that you actually crave instead of something that you have to force yourself to do. But if you want another system for kicking your MacBook into high gear, check out this video over here, or maybe over here. Okay, bye.